Welcome to another episode of Inside Houston Real Estate. If you want to know what it's like to have designer shopping, upscale dining, and the best movie theater in all of Houston at your footsteps, then this tour is for you. Folks, today we're in the River Oaks District and we're featuring an amazing mid-rise that offers all that I mentioned and more. So stick with us because you don't want to miss this tour. All right, so for the first of 3 apartments we're sharing with you today, this is a 1-bedroom, 940 square feet. This exact unit is available for $2,107 a month. They do have other 1-bedrooms, which typically start around $1,900 and go all the way up to $2,300 per month. So let's roll with this. So you have a nice size island here. I like the cabinetry, Morgan. You have the lacquer cabinets, and I like how they pull up. We don't see that too often on the channel. We always see the typical doors that open this way. You have an electric cooktop, 4-burner, microwave. I think ample cabinet space for a 1-bedroom, a nice deep basin sink, plenty of cabinetry on the island, kind of a cool light box pendant light here, more cabinets here, up and down. And then what I love about this is this faces into the courtyard and you have all this wall space. So if you're an art lover or you have family portraits, great place to put your art. Morgan, let's step outside. Door's a little sticky. Had to use a little force there. All right, so step outside. And if you look to the left, you can see the person who has the unit next to us. They have a nice little setup there. But this is a nice courtyard. And Morgan, if you step over this side, you could see the pool. Now there are 2 pools here. This, I believe, is the smaller of the 2. And if you even move a little bit more to the right and look there, I think you can catch the pool. Let's go back inside. Nice baseboards and even some crown molding on the top. So it's pretty cool. I think you have a lot of natural light coming in. And let's take a look at the bathroom. Morgan, I'll let you go inside. So you have a dual basin sink, separate tub and shower. Shower is glass framed, and you have a full tile surround, which is pretty cool. And then just outside the bathroom, you have a linen closet. You know, I'm surprised they did all this crown molding in here though.
Me too.
All right, and then here is your coat closet. And this is the Alpha system, I'm pretty sure, which is available at the Container Store, so you can probably add shelves if you needed to. All right. Primary bedroom, and I should say the only bedroom because this is a 1-bedroom, but it's a nice size. Plenty of room to do a king-size bed along this wall. Large picture window that overlooks the courtyard and the trees. This is a different type of feel from what we've seen in the past. Right, and then take a look at your closet. Once again, Alpha system, so if you want to customize this some, you could add some shelving and other accessories. And you also have a stackable washer and dryer. So I think it's a nice layout for 940 square feet. It's all livable square footage. So next, folks, we're going to show you a 2-bedroom model and another 2-bedroom, and then we're going to share some amazing amenities with you. They have one of the coolest media rooms we've seen on the channel. Okay, so this is the first 2-bedroom we're going to share with you. The one after this is going to be the model, so definitely stick with us. This unit is 1,333 square feet and is on the market for $3,634 a month, but the 2-bedrooms in general go anywhere from $2,800 to $3,600 a month. So here in the entryway, great place. You could put maybe a little console table along the wall here, some art. You do have a nice closet, and this is a large coat closet with shelving and everything in it. It's pretty cool. All right, and then behind us here, you have your forced air unit for your AC. And here is your washer and dryer. All right, I like the fact that this is off of the main living area. It's nice, tucked away. All right, Stepping inside, this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So here's your first bathroom, which will also double for your guests. Morgan, I'll let you go inside. I think the glass frame shower is pretty cool. And the full tile surround from floor to ceiling is nice. Kind of cool cabinetry in here, same as the other units, but it's different than what we've seen before.
I would say this apartment kind of gives me like Brazilian architecture. I think it's the wood that they use.
You're right, because it's the same in Colombia. You can see these fantastic apartments, high-rise in Colombia, and they all have the wood doors like this.
Yeah, it kind of has like a South American feel to it.
It really does. All right, so let's take a look at this bedroom. Nice size. This is your secondary bedroom, but once again, crown molding. And folks, we're looking over Westheimer. And like I said, we're right inside the River Oaks district. And down below us to the right is one of my favorite restaurants called Steak 48, a really, really good steakhouse. All right, and then you have decent sized closet here. More, I'll let you take a peek in there. All right, but I guess the main attraction of this apartment is the big open feel. I mean, look at the size of this space. You have a long, expansive island. You can easily seat 4 bar stools here. Look at all the cabinetry you have. Open that up for you. This is nice. More cabinetry, electric cooktop, under cabinet lighting. It's got a sleek, modern feel to it. All right, cool cabinets, nice size refrigerator, and let's take a look at the balcony. All right, so you have 3 sliding doors here, or 1 sliding, but allows a lot of natural light to come in. Or I'll let you peek out. Also to the right, you have the Hotel Derrick. It's probably not going to pick up on the camera. But folks, we're in the heart of it. This is a place where everybody comes to hang out. And obviously we're in a corner unit, so you have windows wrapping all the way around. And this is a really cool window design with this lower window here. Also, I want to point out that the windows do open, which is rare, very rare in the apartments that we've toured. There's Equinox Gym right across the way there. Brunello Cucinelli, one of my favorite designers. But we're going to take you through the River Oaks district and point out some of the shops that are in here, but this is a great location. All right, and here is your primary bedroom. And I'm not sure, I think this room is actually smaller than the secondary bedroom.
It does feel that way.
It's a little smaller, however, different layout. You have 2 closets opposite each other, so one on the left and another one here on the right. And then direct access into your primary bathroom, which is a similar setup. Here you have a dual sink and you have the separate tub and shower. But it's nice. What do you think about this? I know you said you looked at these a while ago when you were getting ready to move.
Yes, when I first moved here, this was definitely a solid contender for me. And I would say it still is, just for the location alone.
Yeah, the location's absolutely great. So folks, 1,333 square feet. We're gonna move on to the 2-bedroom model so you can see what one of these looks like furnished. All right, so we have saved the best for last. This is the 2-bedroom, 2-bath, fully furnished model. It is really, really nice. And it's a slight twist to this floor plan, but also very similar to the last one we shared with you. So here in your entryway, you have a nice coat closet. I'll let you take a peek in there. Once again, it's that Alpha system that you can find at the Container Store. You also have your stackable washer and dryer here. It's so nicer showing models.
Always.
Plenty of wall space. Here to the right, you have your bathroom, which is your secondary bath, which is also going to double for your guests. And it comes with a stand-up shower full tile surround. I like the way they decorated this space.
I do too.
All right, and then here to the right is you have your secondary bedroom. And this is just a full-size bed. They could have went a little bigger than this. I'm sure you can do a queen in here with no problem. And Morgan, look at it. They have the Dior bag in there and the Joe Malone.
They know taste.
They do. Well, we're in the River Oaks district, right? You better come with it. All right, so follow me this way. Now, I just love the feel of this. I could move into this. Melanie wouldn't allow us to move into something like this, for sure. But I really like the flow of this, and seeing it with the furniture makes a world of difference. So very large island. They've put 3 bar stools there. You can actually do 4 if you wanted to. Under cabinet lighting, the same cabinets we've seen. But also I want to point out, this is the lighter color scheme. The other apartments we showed had the darker floors, the darker color scheme. So there are 2 color schemes here if you decide you want to rent here in the River Oaks district. Dining table for 6. But folks, take a look at this. We didn't see this in the last apartment. Watch your step there, Morgan. But look at the size of this private terrace. So for those of you who say, oh, I don't have any outdoor space. If you rent an apartment like this, what more do you need? There's no grass to cut. The ivy is fake on the wall here. But this is nice. I mean, you have a nice view. Really expansive space. All right, so step inside. So folks, leave us a message in the comments. What's your thoughts of this space? Now, this also bumps out here. So this unit is a little bit larger. It's 1,392 square feet versus the other one was 1,333 square feet. And this rents for right around $3,500, $3,600 per month. But you get all of this terrace space. Unbelievable. So nice setup here for the living area. And I like the fact that you did have the bump out. It gives you some more space in here. Let's make our way into the bedroom. But before we get there, if you look at these picture windows on the side, they have the nice landscaping there with the rose bushes. That's really cool.
And we are on the 3rd floor, so that is probably what you're going to see on 3rd floor units if you're facing into the courtyard.
Correct. And now this is nice to see the closets without the doors on it, so you can kind of see how it lays out better than we showed you in the last apartment. And Morgan, I'll let you go ahead of me and show the primary bathroom. And once again, they did the tile surround all the way up to the ceiling. Same in the shower area as it is here in the tub. So separate tub, separate shower. This is nicely done. And this bed is a queen bed. So they went a little bit larger in here. Obviously, there's a bigger room.
And I love that there's flooring throughout on every single floor plan. There's no carpet in this property at all, which I really like because allergies and, you know.
It's so crazy. If I run the clock back years ago when I first started renting apartments, popular floor carpet colors were green, like a forest green, a mauve. For those of you who have been around as long as I have, definitely leave us a message in the comments if you remember your first apartment and the type of flooring that's in there. I'd be interested to hear what you had in your first and second apartments before you moved on to a house. Anyway, so this is the model. I really like it. Folks, reach out to us if you're looking to lease. Definitely, and if you want more information about this property, our contact information is in the description below. All right, let's move on. The first of many we're going to share with you is the clubhouse in this beautiful outdoor covered patio area. This is just a great place to come chill. You know, Morgan, if you've kind of faced the camera around down this gazebo-like structure with all of the vines coming across it. I think they were told me it was called wisteria vines. I believe that's what it is. But it's really nice out here. It's very peaceful, quiet. You have a nice setup here with an outdoor TV, great place to come watch the games. And then step inside the clubhouse. Another great place. And if you're having a function, you can always rent this space out. I don't believe they charge, but you might have to leave a deposit, but it's a great party room, nice sized TV, and you have a kitchen area here with a sink, as well as an ice maker and a refrigerator, as well as a dishwasher, and plenty of cabinet space here. So if you hire a catering company, this is a great place for them to set up. But this is nice. And then the doors open going all the way around. And Morgan, we'll take a look outside. We'll go out and you have a nice fire pit set up.
Yeah, this is a great space to host a party or a dinner party with friends.
Absolutely. But you know, this is the first time we've toured a property where you have this type of access to shopping and restaurants.
Yes, which I absolutely love because I'm a shopaholic. So this would do me no good, but.
Yeah, right. I mean, you have everything here, folks. You have Cartier, you have Etro, Brunello Cucinelli, Harry Winston, for those of you who want some very expensive jewelry. But look at this setup right here. This is nice, and it's kind of cool. They set these chairs up facing into the River Oaks district, but a very large fire pit. You just come out here with a glass of wine or whatever and chill. It's a great space. I even like this fake, what do you call it, ivy?
Yeah.
On the wall here going around. Pretty cool. All right, let's continue on. So we saw a glimpse of the other pool when we were in the second unit that we shared with you, that 2-bedroom. But now we're in the opposite building, and look at this area. Morgan, you have 4 barbecue grills out here, including 2 sinks. This is a great place to just come out and grill. Very nice. You have some shading up above for those hot summer days. And look at all of the lounge chairs over here on my left. Spa, long pool, great enough to do laps in.
I love the use of the greenery and the trees on this property too.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad we came to tour this property because we haven't shown anything like this on the channel. And I think a lot of people are gonna like the vibe out here. It's just a different feeling altogether. But tons of chairs. And at the end, we won't go down there because there's some folks down there, but you just have some sofas and there's some umbrellas. Morgan, you can actually come and you can shoot over this way. And you can hear this
rainfall.
Yeah, so you have a waterfall wall here. This makes you feel like you're kind of in a spa.
This is really nice.
I don't know, Morgan, you may think you might want to move into this place next.
I swear it's every property. Every property we tour is a contender.
Every property, right? Now, look at all the greenery here, folks. Beautiful landscaping. Right now, it's about 4:30 in the afternoon, but imagine at nighttime, all of these lights are going to come on and really highlight all of the landscaping and the lights out here. This is a really nice space. All right, so let's go back in and we have a couple of more amenities to share with you. Let's keep it going. So we're going to share with you a couple of more amenities in this building. You have an executive conference room. Take a look at this. This is nice. Seating for 10 people in here. You can actually maybe go a little bit bigger. There's a monitor at the end, nice lighting. Perfect place to have a meeting. All right. And there are 2 theater rooms. This is one of them, so Morgan, I'll let you go inside. And this is so cool because this really feels like you could be at home in your own personal theater room with this huge sectional in here. This is nice.
I love the mood in here.
Yeah, and look at that. This is like, what is this, velvet? You feel this, Morgan?
It's really nice.
This is really nice.
And I love the brown. I just love the aesthetic in here. It's very vibey.
Yeah, and it does make you feel like you're at home. It doesn't feel like all the other theater rooms we've seen are traditional with the seating tiered up and so on. This is pretty cool. It has a nice homey feel to it.
Yeah, I can definitely kick back and relax in here.
Absolutely. So in this building, we have the larger theater room and we also have the fitness center. So we're going to show you the theater room first. Wow, I absolutely love this theater room. So the other one we saw earlier is maybe not even half this size. This is so cool. This is almost feels like you're at iPick. We just need some waiters here and some menus and we would be set. But folks, take a look at this. You have these nice chase lounges, these sectionals. This is really nicely done. I could definitely see if we lived here using this space quite often. All right, so let's take a look at the fitness center real quick. All right, so nice sized room. This is basically your cardio area. You have the stepping machines, you have the bikes, you have the treadmills, you have this dip and pull-up station here. You have some cups, you have some water. Just what more do you need, really? And then, Morgan, I'll let you just pan in this room, but you have all of your machines in here as well. And over here, you even have a punching machine here and all your other equipment. All right, so that's your fitness center here. That wraps up the latest episode of Inside Houston Real Estate. Folks, I'm excited to share with you that we have launched our new apartment locating website called apartmentguruhtx.com. If you're looking to lease in the Houston area, definitely go to our website, fill out the form, and we will get notified and we can help you get started finding your dream apartment here in Houston. Thanks for watching. Kindly like, subscribe, and definitely leave us a comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts on what you saw today. Thanks again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one.